All right, Shalom. Start first by giving all praises and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the hopeful elect. Shalom unto you. Got a video before I go into the plantation real quick. And basically, it's about the furnace of affliction, man. Okay? There's a reason why the Most High is afflicting us with the different things that we go through before this great and dreadful day that's coming about. To begin with that, on that note, is just to say that he's making us into a better and more wise people. Okay? He's preparing us for the battle ahead. And the battle ahead, man, will most won't make it through. Okay? I'm going to start off with, let me see here. Bear with me 1 second. I'll start with this one. This one didn't. Yes. Yes, on this page. Yeah, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 16. And I'm going to start up at 68. Yes, it says, For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. And they shall take away certain of you, feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And they shall consent unto them, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden under foot. Now, I'm going to extend this lesson into a direction, because it's such a vast range of trials that the Most High gives us, that this can go on in different areas. And Lord willing, I'll get to some of these this week. I'm gonna keep going. It says, and they for there shall be in every place in every city, and the next city is great. Let me jump down to the point. Yeah, and then they shall be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Okay, hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord Yahweh. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High God Yahweh is your guide. Okay, and a guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord Yahweh. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift up themselves. Now, the point of all of that is, and the angle I'm going to approach it is, for this first video anyway, is the things we're going through today is nothing much, man. We go through losing money, losing jobs. You may even lose where you live. Losing your woman. All right? Or the things you and your woman go through. You know, those things are set to try you. Okay? Those are for trials. All right? And I'm going to speak particularly in this video on your woman. Okay? Matter of fact, she was sent to try you. This woman was sent to try you. Okay? Understand that. When you deal with these women, they're sent here to make sure that you are conflicted within your spirit. Whether you should be more spiritual and deal with the Most High God Yahweh straightforward, or if you should deal with your flesh and let the woman appease your flesh, you know, because there's a great comfort in the woman. Don't get me wrong, great comfort in the woman, but nothing is gonna comfort you like the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, you gotta know the difference. Okay, let me go to this right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read this, then I'll go to that one. Sirach chapter 2. Yeah, I'm gonna start at the top. Why not? It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. Yeah, you're gonna be tempted. You're gonna be brought to a decision on whether you should choose the Most High God or you should choose the comfort of your woman. But see, in these times, it's making it easy because these women are showing themselves to not be connected to you spiritually, as far as wanting salvation through Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Okay? They want you to follow them. They want you to appease your flesh with them. They're not thinking of things to come. They're looking at the world as it stands today. Okay? But we can't look at it that way. We have been given a vision from Yahweh Shai to see all the perils that's coming. And the more you deal with these stank women, I'm going to say it in that way, these women of the flesh, the more you deal with them women, the more you're gonna make bad decisions when it comes down to making a spiritual decision. You got to practice making a decision. And I say that from experience. Experience in the world before the truth and experience in the truth even. Okay? It says, set thy heart aright, get your mind right, and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Deal with it, man. The Most High is gonna try you. Deal with it. But when you go through this trial by fire, you gain wisdom, and now you're smarter to use for the next occasions. Okay, for the next test. All right, cleave unto Him, to the Most High God Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Yeah, right now it's like, oh damn, what we gonna do? My girlfriend just left me, man. She holding out, man. She cheated on me. These women are subject to sin, and that's what dwells around them. The more you're around a woman, the more opportunity you have to sin. Okay, they're gonna create the avenue for you to be unfaithful to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, we can't fall into that. All right, we still got to make these spiritual decisions, regardless of the temptations that these women bring about us. And that goes for everything. This is just the angle I'm going to use in this video. All right. So whatever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. So for brothers that's coming into this thing and you have a woman, or you was getting a woman, or you were getting women, or whatever the case was prior to this, and now the Most High starts taking that away from you, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. Now let me grab another script right quick. And it's for a good reason. You have to know that. Okay, you have to know that this is all for a good reason, to make you wise. Yeah, the fire is hot, man. This trial is hot. Okay, and it's rather uncomfortable most of the time. You know, it is. The Most High will throw you a bone every once in a while, but this is meant to try you, man, to prove you to be ready. And once you are ready, guess what happens to you? Once you are proven ready, the simple losses that are connected to the flesh don't even bother you. They don't even bother you no more. You know, somebody said, what happens if your girl cheats on you and leaves you? I said, man, this happened before, you know, and it'll probably happen again. Won't be the first time, probably won't be the last time. You know, and that type of attitude, some men get stated and crushed when something like that happens. The scriptures tell you in the 26th chapter, marvel not if she trespass against you. Okay? Let me see where this is at. It should be the 2nd chapter. That's not it. Let me see if I can find it right quick. You know? Oh, it's Timothy. Yeah. Yeah, it should be Timothy. Bear with me one sec. Let me see where it's at. And where is that at? Should be right there. Yeah. Here we go. This is why we have to go through this trial, to make us ready for this battle. Like brothers say, this is spiritual boot camp. Because when it comes down to it, and you walking in that day of the Lord, and all these perils and things are happening around you, and you're being guided, and then all of a sudden, a seductive ass woman shows up, or the old chick that you was in love with, or whatever shows up, you can't falter to that situation. You know, you got to instantly be ready to discern: was this a blessing situation, or was this a cursed situation? Before. It's got to happen at an instant. You got to be ready to make that decision at a moment's notice. Which at the end of the day, you tell me how often in your life the Most High sent a woman to you and it was all for good things. Not to say that it can't happen. But as Paul said, and I'm going to get it, you're going to have trouble in the flesh. And the last thing you want to do is have trouble in the flesh when that day comes, man. The hour of temptation is there, all right? This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, and verse 3. It says, that thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. Yahushua Mashiach. You got to endure hardness, man. It's part of what we got to do. We got to endure this hardness. Okay, yeah, it's hard. It's nice to get your back rubbed and have hot meals and get your little box and all of that. Yeah, that's a wonder, looking at a beautiful woman and all of that's good and fine and dandy. But how can you operate your life without that? For a while, it took me a minute to figure it out. And it feels like the moment that I accepted not dealing with it, dealing with women on that deeper level, because this is exactly the level that these women want you to be connected on, is a level that only Sophia and Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua should be on, because none of these are worthy of that level. Okay, there's not one. Solomon said there's not one that's worthy to be on that level. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that now. Then I'll go back to the other one in Corinthians. Okay, and these are just trials. These are small afflictions. This is nothing heavy yet. This is nothing heavy. Think about it. If this woman that you've been dealing with has been just bringing you hell the whole time, in these days, right? When it comes down to deciding on food, divvying up morsels of food, are you gonna divvy to her? Are you gonna want to feed that extra mouth, that greedy, selfish ass woman? Are you gonna want to deal with that? Her bringing all her issues and her doubts upon your spirit. Are you gonna want to deal with her like that? Or you know, when you can divvy that portion to another brother or your children or somebody, or even more to yourself, you know, who's gonna want to have to deal with that? All right. So when these things are taken from you, whether it's job, money, whatever, women especially in this video, it's a blessing unto you. Okay, it is a blessing unto you. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7. I'm gonna start at 26. And I find more bitter than death the woman, more bitter than death, because she will torment you the whole time, torment your spirit from seeking the things that are the most important in your life. Okay, the woman whose heart is snares and nets, she gonna trap you away from Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua. When you go into what Sophia, which is wisdom, will do, she frees you with the truth. You know, she builds you up. She sustains you. Okay, Sophia is the type of woman that you should be seeking for. A woman that has the characteristics of Sophia, but you have to know Sophia first. Okay, you have to know wisdom. Then you'll be able to say, you know what, this is a good woman because she's taking care of these needs that have to be met for me. Do I expect her to be on some high and holy level like I'm trying to be on, or even desire to be on that level? No. But you deal with them according to due benevolence. Okay, I'm gonna get into that. It says, and her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth the Most High God Yahweh shall escape from her. Whoso pleases the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Okay, so when you deal with these women that ain't out for your spirituality, that can't shake simple habits of the world, that can't stop eating pork and shellfish and smoking weed and cigarettes, and you know, if you can't stop the simple things of the world, follow directions. Learn to cook more balanced, nutritious meals instead of just meat and potatoes all the damn time. You know, if they can't get with that highly level, they talk about wanting to be queens. Hey, queens, you gonna know how to cook. You gonna have to know how to cook. There's no such thing as a queen in the kingdom anyway. But wives, you gonna have to be on that kingly. If you want to be with a king, you gotta be on a kingly level. A king can't be up there all congested, you know, and constipated and bad digestion and all of that. You got to really be out there to nourish a man. Now, when you go into Sirach, the 26th chapter tells you all about the 25th and the 26th chapter, all the do's and don'ts of women. You know, all right. It says, "Behold, this have I found," saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. Out of 1,000 women, he has 700 wives and 300 concubines, King Solomon. He has not found one woman that was righteous. He only found one man out of 1,000, but to let you know there's at least one is worth looking for. But out of 1,000, he has not found one woman. Think about that. When the Most High takes a woman out of your life, because when he opens that door for that woman to come out of your life, he's opening the door for a woman, for wisdom, the real woman, to come into your life. Okay? Now let me go. 1 Corinthians, I'll close out with this about that time. Corinthians chapter 7. 25. It says, "Now concerning women, I have no commandment of the Lord, yet I give my judgment as one that have obtained mercy of the Lord Yahweh, to be faithful." This is what you got to do to be. This is what you go through to be faithful. Okay. It says, "I suppose therefore that this is good for the present distress. I say that it is good for a man to be so to be. Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loosed." If you have a woman, don't necessarily seek to be away from her. She may be working something positive in you, even if it's a trial by fire. She's bringing you through fire. That may even be a beneficial thing unto you. "But if thou marry, thou hast not sinned, and if a virgin marry, she has not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you." You're going to have trouble in the flesh dealing with them, man. The trial of the fire. You're going to have to make the right spiritual choice about who you're dealing with. And it says, "But this I say, brethren, the time is short, it remaineth, that both they that have wives be as though they had none." Let me jump down. Verse 32, "But I would have you without carefulness. He that is unmarried care for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord." How? Through Sophia. Okay, through wisdom. "But he that is married care for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife." And that is another trial by fire that you have to deal with, man. Okay? And now when I say these things, man, I cut myself first. All right? It cuts me first. If anybody, you know, we all as men, we all love the comforts of a woman. We all want to be comforted by women. We all want to have some boxing and all the wonderful things that women, you know, bring to you, to your flesh. And some of them bring great things to your spirit as well. All right? But you got to win those battles, man. The small battles, but you got to win them. With that, I'm going to close out, giving all praise and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahshai, Ba'ashim Arakakodash, double honor to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule well, and greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the whole relay. Shalom. Hey, keep winning these trials by fire, Akim. We almost out of here, okay? It may seem like they're just stacking up against you and it's hard, but making the right decision, man, is going to pay off, okay? Spiritually. With that, I say shalom.